Hello everyone and welcome back to more Seduce Me to the Demon War. We are back on the final moments in Matthew's route where we last left off on it was Matthew, how he came out to being possessed by the demon lord, or it's it's the cat's out of the bag kind of thing. So Matthew, possessed by the demon lord, was thrown into this little orb prison thing by Diana. And essentially, he tried to steal the battle plans, but then Diana revealed the fact that they were fake. And then afterwards, when Diana was gonna... What happened? I'm getting my stuff mixed up. Okay, so Diana made Matthew pass out by shocking the hell out of him. And then afterwards, she ran off on us because she was like... We hid this fact from her, and she got really super angry about it. We tried to reason with her, but then she's just like, well, somebody died because of this, and now, you know what, it's why didn't you tell me kind of thing. So she was mad, but then afterwards she's like, okay, so we're gonna try to figure out how to break a hold of this, control over him. And she mentioned some sort of surgery, and we freaked out over that. But then anyway, she decided to just kind of sit down in front of the orb prison and then just kind of eat peaches and have a stare down at possessed Matthew. So she told everyone else to leave, and then she basically did that for 2 days, I think. And then of course Hannah spent those 2 days just locked up in her room, being all depressed and being like, oh my god, this is all my fault kind of thing. She felt really bad about it. But then afterwards she realized that, of all the times that Matthew has had his little moments of being possessed and doing creepy shit, she's always been there for him and to pull him out of that trance or that hold. So she finally, goes back inside to the room where Dana and Matthew was, and then she was like, I'm gonna try some stupid shit, but you know what, I'm gonna do it anyway. So she goes up to Matthew, is trying to convince him, trying to get through to him, be like, Matthew, you can fight this, I believe in you, you're in there somewhere, some way, somehow, I know you love me, so you won't hurt me kind of thing, and you can do this. So after our pep talk, he actually manages to break hold of the demon lord's grip on him. And then he reunites, comes back to being his old self, reunites with us, we have this loving moment, and then Dana, she takes the energy that was forced out of Matthew, the demon lord's energy, and just cages it, and she's like, I'll take care of this. And then afterwards, the brothers kind of came into the room as well, and they were just apologizing to Matthew, being like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that, we haven't been treating you as an equal brother and all this time and stuff like that, we don't give you enough credit kind of thing. So they had their little brotherly moment. We decided to lead them to it, and then of course in that moment when we were walking out to go back to our room, we encountered the coup d'etat, to which I of course disagreed with the whole thing and decided not to poison Diana. And so afterwards, we went back to our room with our memories wiped. Of course, we met Matthew there. We, had another, loving reuniting moment. And then afterwards, we decided to make love because you know what, tomorrow's the day of the siege and we just don't know if we're going to get killed. So yeah. So afterwards, went to the tree line, went through that, and then made it to the castle. And then we just, as we walked in, we just find Diana, the demon lord, and Matthew's mom, Azera, just kind of having the stare down. And then Diana was urgently telling us to leave with Matthew, but then we're all confused, and then the demon lord of course was like, haha, this is where my plan comes into action. So he for a moment possesses Matthew, or takes control of Matthew to attack Diana. But then we, because the power of true love, we decided again to have that pep talk with him again, and we pulled him out of that control. He manages to break free of it, and then he stabbed the demon lord, and then before he could really kind of finish him off in a way, or the demon lord was kind of gearing up to battle Matthew because he was taking Matthew's mom's energy and stuff, and so on. The initial stab to the stomach was whatever, so he was about to gear up, get ready for this fight, but then in steps Azera, who just backstabs him literally in the back, stabs him in the back, and kills the demon lord. Is killed that way. Actually no, Matthew did the finishing blow, but Azera was the one who kind of crippled him. So yeah, so Matthew and his mom reunite, and Dana was just well, I didn't do shit kind of thing. Well, what the fuck. So they reunite, and then Matthew was going to introduce us to his mom, but of course Diana kind of warned us to stay back kind of thing, because she knows that something's up. But we decided to just kind of keep forward anyways, and that was when Azera noticed us and was like, "Oh, what's this human doing here?" Or she thought originally that Diana was supposed to be Matthew's fiance, but no, Matthew's like, "No, that's her right there." And she's like, "A human! Oh my god!" And she just went super mad. She got so vicious with us. She got so hostile. She took control of our mind for a few minutes to make us say some really stupid shit. And then yeah, so that is when Azera's true colors are revealed. Like, you know, Diana was like, "Oh, she's gone mad because she's been, you know, connected to the Demon Lord for so long," and her and Azera have this little spat between them, saying how, like, you know, Diana was the one who betrayed the kingdom by you know, getting involved with this rebellion or starting this rebellion, and you know, and of course Azera had Matthew chained to the throne all in the meanwhile. And then yeah, so basically this whole spat kind of led up to the point where Diana's gonna be like, "Okay, fight me, bitch," and then Azera's like, "Okay, yeah, fight me, bring it." And so that's where she nearly took a cheap shot at us, but then Diana, of course, saved us from that, so it's all good. And then now, officially, the two are gonna duke it out, and apparently, Azera is another one of the pure-blooded succubus that, you know, that is kind of like, you know, something similar to, like, Diana, and we were surprised because of that, because, you know, we thought Diana was the only one. So yeah, that's where we are. That is where we are. So the final battle between them ladies. We're just gonna sit over here on the sideline and try not to get involved. As they fell, the suddenly lifeless chains vanished into the ground, making Azera growl. So yeah, they exchanged their hits, their first blows at each other, just momentarily previously. So now what? Now
You're too slow. All of those years under the Demon Lord's body must have taken a toll on you.
Oh dear. Oh yes, and before that, previously, before Diana started wanting to start a fight with Azera, she was like, "Give me some of your energy so I can just, you know, finish this lady." And we're like, "Okay, cool, take my hand," kind of thing. And then that's how we gave her the energy. But yeah, anyways, so whatever. We're on the sidelines now.
You insolent bitch!
Okay, all right. It's like UFC. We're watching UFC. Diana suddenly shot herself into the air and swooped towards the other succubus, raising her saber and swinging to decapitate Azera. However, all Diana hit was a suddenly vanishing afterimage. Okay. What? Oh no. Before my eyes, Azera appeared behind Diana, floating in midair with a large chain ready to slam down on Diana's head. Oh no, Diana, Homer, watch out! Diana, above you! Oh my god! Diana quickly dodged to the side, knowing what my scream meant. However, the chain slammed itself onto Diana's left wing, causing her to dip and fall to the ground. Her body bounced off the marble surface as she landed on her stomach, knocking the wind out of her. Oh, girl! Girl! Oh, girl, you okay?
A succubus relying on wings? A bit old-fashioned. You really are the Lilith's bloodline to still depend on that method!
Then what the hell are you using? You're just using chains? Really? Like, seriously? Diana snarled and looked up at Azera, gripping her injured wing. It looked broken, twitching in pain under Diana's fingers. Uh-oh. Do you need help? However, the wing quickly reshaped itself and folded properly, as if it had never been broken in the first place. Diana smirked as Azera stared in shock. Dang, girl.
It may be old-fashioned, but I make it work.
Yeah, girl, you rock those wings. Don't let her say nothing. With that quip, Diana flew at Azera again, her wings flapping as she sailed through the air for an accelerated boost. Dang. +5 speed. Damn. Azera glared before dispelling her chain and flying at Diana in return, meeting her halfway. Both of the women began to growl and swipe at each other in the air, exchanging kicks and punches, and either blocking each other's strikes or dodging them. I, however, looked to Matthew. He was still struggling against the chains around him, pulling roughly one way and then another to try and find some leeway. His hands were bound to the armrest, leaving him no chance to use his powers to summon anything. Rescue Matthew, wait for Diana to finish Azera. Oh god, I'm just gonna sneak over there and help Bay out. You guys, you got Diana, distract her. Keep her distracted, I got this. Mission Impossible time. I couldn't just lay there, I had to do something, right? I quickly jumped up and ran towards Matthew, needing to help him. However, a large barrier forced me back onto the floor. Was Azera holding me back? It wasn't fair. What the fuck is... Ah! Matthew! Matthew, tell your mom to stop this whole shit. God. Oh my god, Matthew, no offense, but your mom's a bitch! Diana and Azera finally shot away from each other, Diana landing near me and Azera landing beside Matthew.
Enough fooling around! You'll never outmatch me. Just surrender.
Yo, no, you crazy ass bitch.
Crowing like a proud bird won't convince me of your strength. If you claim to be stronger than me, then prove it!
Yeah, girl, do it. Once more, Dana charges at Azera, zipping through the air like a bullet. Okay, again, keep her distracted. I'm gonna try to figure this barrier shit out. What? From the shadows around Diana, lines of blue chain shot forth and reached for Diana's body. Oh, homegirl, dodge!
What?
Oh, shit! The chains quickly wrapped themselves around Diana's arms, legs, and encircled her neck and waist, squeezing her tightly. A choked garble managed to escape Diana's throat as the chains began to pull her limbs in opposite directions. Oh shit! Okay, we're gonna help you. Don't worry. My mind flashed back to the nightmare I had before I arrived. Diana was chained in the air in the shape of a star, being pulled apart. However, this time it was Azera who was pulling the chains. Yes, that is the one difference. Oh, Azera laughed hysterically as she looked up at Diana's body, seeing the result of her sneak attack.
Such a shame, Princess of Lilith. Do you not like that? I thought you wanted me to prove my strength.
Diana, god damn it. Oh shit. Oh my, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
What a pitiful sight you are.
What?
Is that the best you can do, Princess of Lilith?
Was I supposed to help Diana first and then help Matthew? Like, I don't know. With a snap of Azera's fingers, blue bolts of lightning ran down the chains and shot into Diana's form, causing her to release a heavily garbled scream into the air. Diana, no! Homegirl! Oh my god, I should have helped you first. God damn it. I had to think of something quick. I needed to save Matthew and Diana, but were both possible, especially with a barrier in the way? At the moment, no. My mind instantly thought of Sero. He had holy magic, so maybe he had the ability to break the barrier. However, what about Matthew? What if Azera did something else to him while Sero saved Diana? Fuck. Then I remembered that I could summon Matthew to me using his real name. What if it helped him escape his bounds? Yes! Why didn't you think of this? Good idea! Yes, do it! Do it! There wasn't enough time to decide. I shouted at last, calling out the first name to come into mind. Oh my god, decide! Sero Zekeru! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I don't know! I wanna help homegirl! Oh my god. I think we should, I don't know if Sero can, oh yeah, no! Diana did give us that ability, that we could at any time call for Sero by his real name. Oh, fuck! Why would you do this? Oh shit, I want to help Diana, but I also want to help Matthew. I don't know if the barrier thing is gonna... Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know. This is hard. Wow, this is hard. Shit! Oh my god. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay. What? Oh god. Oh god. Well, but the thing is that I believe that Matthew wouldn't be harmed in the moment by his mom, because she seems so adamant to just keep him on the throne. So like, she can't just possibly end up killing him, kind of thing, right? Or I don't know. Shit. I'm gonna go for it, Zekeru. I need to get Matthew out of there, and I knew exactly how. I called out his name, feeling the energy of the summoning course through my body. However, I watched as the chains around Matthew pulsed and replied, tightening harder around his body. Oh shit, no! God, it didn't work. Shit. What? Why didn't it work? Using a demon's name was supposed to have broken through anything. Azera laughed, causing me to look to her.
Pathetic! Your love for him isn't strong enough!
What do you mean it's not strong enough? This couldn't be. I stared at Azera, trying not to break into hysterics. The summoning spell didn't work before I could open my mouth to shout for Sero. Azera raised her hand and smirked at Diana's body. Oh shit. I fucked up.
I've had enough fun with you!
I fucked up. Yeah, I didn't even get the chance to blink or close my eyes. Azera swept her hand through the air, causing the chains to release Diana's arms, legs, and waist, but tighten around my neck. With a bubbly garble, Diana cried out as the chains finally crushed her neck. Oh yeah. The sound of her neck snapping echoed through the room before the chains finally released her. Diana's body dropping to the ground and slamming onto it with a terrifying thud. Ah, fuck.
As much as I would have loved to rip you apart, I don't want any more blood on the marble.
Fucking Christ. I fucked up. I should have called for Sero. Oh shit. I thought I was being loyal by calling Zekeru, but at the same time, like, it made sense. Oh god, no. Diana remained on the ground, lifeless. Tears began to flood my eyes as I stared at her fallen body before glaring hard at Azera. As we locked eyes, she began to laugh hysterically.
The rebellion has lost its precious queen. This war is over.
Oh my god. Azera then sneered at me, stepping down from the throne dais to walk slowly towards me. I felt my body freeze at her gaze. She was enthralling me again. I fought back with my willpower, trying to deny her any control over my form, but I remained as still as a statue, only able to breathe.
You waste of space. Do you really think you can just claim my son? He is about to serve a higher purpose and you are in his way. Don't you see that?
Oh my god. Just get it. Can't we just get it over with? Like, okay, I fucked up. Okay, whatever. Just kill me. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I gritted my teeth, fighting back harder. I could feel waves of energy rush through me, ordering me to obey her mental commands, but I refused to acknowledge them. I wasn't going to give in to her. Wow. Just, damn, Hannah's putting up a fight. Jesus.
All you are good for is being chained to a bed and milked of your energy like a good little harem girl. Energy would be able to sustain him for decades!
Oh my god. Okay, but... I stared wide-eyed at her, feeling her energy surge in my body and seeing her smirk grow with each step she took towards me. Her eyes were glistening with sadistic rage.
Maybe that's what we'll do with you! You can be my son's favorite plaything! He'll always have a source of energy and will become powerful enough to completely rule over this world with an iron fist! While you get to live. Would you like that?
Okay, whatever, just kill me, whatever. My mind began to flash back to the nightmare I had of Matthew staring at me with a cold, sadistic gaze and smile. I had to fight myself from shuddering as I battled against Azera's hold. Matthew will never listen to you.
Won't he? I've been draining him of his willpower this whole time! He won't be able to disobey me anymore.
Wow, okay, bitch. Wow, alright. My heart stopped and I could feel Azera's hold take over as my spike for fear lowered my resolve. She was doing what? My eyes darted over to the throne, terror clutching at my heart. He was going to obey her. I looked to Matthew to see the chain disappear from his body as he slowly stood, his head down with his bangs shielding his eyes. I became wide-eyed as he slowly descended the dais and began to walk towards his mother like in a zombie-like fashion. Azera looked over her shoulder at her son and chuckled before turning back to me.
Now, be a good boy and chain this.
Oh, what? Oh. My voice caught in my throat as I witnessed a blade ramming through Azera's chest, making her gasp and tremble in shock. Okay, so, theory time. So, so it's either that, I feel like it's like 5% chance that I didn't fuck up, even though I thought I did, or, you know, Matthew, throughout that time, whatever the hell she was talking about, like draining his willpower and shit, throughout that time, Matthew has actually succumbed to that, has grown mad himself because he's been exposed to, you know, his own mother's madness, and now he's just like, you know, I'm gonna take over the throne or take over this world, and no one's gonna get in my way, no one's gonna control me, and then blah blah blah. So yeah, alright, here we go. Let's just find out anyways. From behind her, Matthew lifted his head to reveal his tear-stained eyes. As he held onto the blade that he had impaled his mother on with a shaky grip, Azera turned her head to try and look at him. Or maybe this is how he goes mad himself. I don't even know. Matthew! Oh my god.
What?
Oh.
I'm sorry,
Oh.
but I love her.
Oh damn! Oh damn! Oh damn! Wait. Oh, but I'm still so cheesed that Diana is dead though. What the? So she actually dies in this route too, like headcanon? Like what? Okay. God damn it! My heart swelled in both love but despair. This wasn't fair to him, but it was her. But it was between her or me, and Matthew made his choice.
Sakadu.
Mother, you are no longer the person I knew. You know, you're no longer my mother.
Goodbye, mother.
Okay. Damn. Without another word, Matthew pulled the blade out from Azera's body and swung it around his head, cutting a large gash into her back and forcing her down to the ground. My body became my own again as I crawled back from her falling body. Azera hit the ground and quickly went limp, lifeless at last. Matthew, however, gripped to his blade and stared at what he had done, both in pain and in shame. Oh my god, girl. I am so sorry you had to do this with, like, hashtag trust, it's for the better, okay? My heart began to cry for Matthew. He had struck down his own mother, one whom he loved with every part of his being. This undoubtedly impacted him hard, and I could never know what ran through his mind. I slowly stood and walked over, standing before Matthew as he dropped his blade and averted his gaze to the side. Goddamn. That's fucked up, but, like, still. This whole situation is fucked up on so many levels. Like, Dana's lying there dead with her neck broken. You had to kill your own goddamn mother because she's mad and shit. Oh man. I slowly raised my arms to offer a hug, and instantly Matthew pulled me to him and pressed my body against his, burying his face into my shoulder. I could tell he was fighting back tears, but couldn't stop himself from letting some go. Pressing his forehead against my neck, all I could do was hold him and hug him with the same amount of force. It's over now, it's over. I gently ran my fingers through Matthew's hair, trying to calm him down. Eventually, he let his sadness out, making us both collapse onto the floor on our knees, gripping to each other tightly. His fingers dug into my shirt, pressing me even harder against his chest as he wept against my shoulder. There, just let it all out. Just cry it all out. I, however, was silent, trying to take everything in. The Demon Lord was dead, and so was Matthew's mother. The war had essentially been won. But hey, you're forgetting Homegirl over there! Hello? She's done so much for you, you just forget about her already. The sight of Diana's dead body made a hard realization course through me like a wave. There we go. The Queen of the Rebellion had been slain as well, leaving the world with the 4 rebel leaders to take care of it. Okay, so, wow. So what? Does that mean I gotta wait till I gotta do Damien's job to do this whole, like, let's see what would happen if the rebel leaders took over by killing Diana themselves, or making us kill Diana ourselves? What if Sero, what would he do now that his lady was gone? Well, he's gonna be pissed. He's gonna be so pissed. And sad. I was free to go home, but the price seemed too harsh for the gift to be worth receiving. Yeah. I lowered my head to Matthew's shoulder, weeping softly with him. This war may have been over, and the rebellion may have won, but the lives lost were significant and powerful enough to break hearts. I had to leave this all behind, unable to change anything. Right? Man,
you did it!
What?
Congratulations! You've made it to the end of your story. I have to say, I am very surprised at how it turned out.
No shit, Kay. Oh my god. Okay, we're just gonna fast forward and just to see what the new dialogue she has to say about this whole, like, turn of events. Okay, so I never imagined that Matthew's own mother would go crazy and turn on him. At least the Demon Lord got what was coming to him, yes.
Anyway, Matthew's completely free now, and you got to return to the human world in the end.
Okay, but Diana, though.
Anyways, you've been
But
through
Diana,
a lot, so
though.
why don't we skip to...
Okay, we're just gonna skip on ahead, just gonna see. Okay, there we go. When Diana's body was found, the entire rebellion wept, even the rebel leaders, and especially Sero. Despite the war being over and celebrations being the highlight of the night following it, the death of their queen became the dreadful morning news. Yeah.
She was given a public cremation, watched by the entire rebellion army, and when her body became ashes, Sero took the remains to a tree sacred to her family, burying her ashes at the roots.
Okay, so along with her family. Yeah, because we saw it in Eric's route, where she was just kind of hanging around the tree.
What did Sero do then? Well, you see...
Did he commit suicide? Maybe.
Since Sero is... well...
Oh.
Since he's half angel, his angel blood prevents him from letting him take his own life, as it's inscribed on their blood by heaven, that they will live until time or their enemies end them.
Okay, oh, that sucks for him. Shit, oh man.
None of the rebel leaders would agree to take his life, and every demon in the abyssal plains came to respect him too much to challenge him. So he simply sits at the foot of Diana's family tree, desperate to wither away.
Wow, what the fuck? That's so sad. What? Man.
I think he's still there now. Poor Sero.
Man, he's just gonna stay there. Wow, that's so fucking depressing.
Anyway, the other rebel leaders, desperate to make sure that her death wouldn't be in vain, brought themselves together and swore to bring the world to the peace they believed she imagined it to have.
Okay.
To the surprise of many, they did a pretty decent job. they slowly started to work at breaking the caste system and organized trade on every inch of the world.
Ah, okay. Wow. Okay, so yeah, I figured, like, it seems that, the events of us not killing Diana after the whole rebellion was won, then that, like, if Diana, like, dies within the story or some shit, you know, of natural causes or is killed in battle, then it seems that they end up doing a good job at running this shit show. Like, surprisingly. And if we end up killing her by ourselves, like, they do a pretty shit job. Oh. Well then.
All of it in the memory of the fallen succubus.
Well then.
And I believe that is
Okay.
everything that happened after,
Alright.
well, except for your story anyway.
Okay, alright. Let's just skip on ahead and see what becomes of us. So Matthew and you went to the human world and had a peaceful night in your bed before moving on and getting married. Yes, thank you.
Huh? How do I know?
Yes. Yeah, let's just skip that. Yes. Alright. The wedding day, which was to be scheduled without issue, became as perfect as I imagined to be. The ceremony was perfect and the reception was filled with food, cake, streamers, and everything a perfect party should have. Where's the alcohol? That's not a perfect party to me! No alcohol! Our night became filled with both excitement from fun dancing and a feeling of perfection as the realization of everything hit me. I was at last married to the man of my dreams. I could go on and on about the wedding and the honeymoon, but honestly, after the war, I was more concerned of living my life afterwards, yes. Our lives exploded with possibilities after we officially became husband and wife. Matthew helped escalate the Edison Toy Company to new heights with his brother and became a head designer for toys. He began to pump out idea after idea, becoming a master toy maker like my grandfather was. Aw, good for him. I figured that would happen. As for me, I began to go through my own success in life, dedicating myself to become exactly what I wanted to be. After all, my husband was being a master toy designer. If I put the same amount of work in as I did with the demon world, then I was going to be okay. However, there was never a day that went by that I didn't think about what was happening in the abyssal plane. It was a heavy chapter of my life, one that tested the love between me and Matthew. The memories of our final fight with the demon lord and Azera still haunted me slightly, but it only showed how passionate Matthew was with keeping me safe and remaining as my own. I was blessed to have him as mine after everything we went through, right? Still, I was confident that we would get through it and stay together no matter what came our way. Demon, devil, whatever, it didn't matter to us. We were unstoppable together. Yeah, and monster in-laws. A moment to myself was all it took to remember everything that went on during my time in the abyssal plains. It was a heavy part of my life and a chapter I would never forget as long as I lived. Still, there were some fun moments while others only proved to me how strong I was and how strong the love for me and Matthew had was. It was a blessing in disguise. Alright, I sat at the dining room table looking over the multiple photos that were taken from our wedding. There were so many goofy smiles, embraces, and tear-jerking moments that spanned through every picture. Well, thank God I was wearing waterproof mascara that day. I felt myself grinning at the sight of each one, remembering vividly each moment as it was shot and captured in nostalgic euphoria. I almost wanted to go back in time and relive it all over again just to feel the emotions run through me once again the first time through. What do you think, Simon? Simon, you're still here. Oh my gosh, you can survive an apocalypse at this rate. I looked to my furry friend, pointing at an image that managed to catch him jumping for the bridal garter in his surprisingly human form. How he managed to learn that I would never know, but I was excited to have him as a guest instead of just my lucky charm. Simon wobbled over from his spot, looking at the image, and gave me a silly grin. It still looked a little evil, but I had begun to recognize which of his smiles were actually filled with ill intent and which were genuine. That's nice. I giggled and slid over to him, picking it up off the table and handing it to him and watching him sit back on his fluffy tail, looking at it in awe. I guess pictures were still a wonder to Simon, since they didn't move. I guess pictures. Why is that it there? Oh wait, whatever. Shaking my head, I began to slowly pile the rest of the images together, eager to store them away for the future and frame some up just for the sake of the memories. As I did, Matthew walked into the room, hands behind his back with a smile. What did you make for me? What you got there? Oh, hey Matthew. Hey there.
Hey, what you doing?
Just looking at pictures, you know. Oh, I was just looking at our wedding photos. I got a bit nostalgic, you know. Yeah, you know. Matthew nodded and walked over, looking over them over my shoulder. I, however, attempted to be sly and looked over his in return to try and glimpse at what he might have been hiding behind his back. To my surprise, there was nothing there, making Matthew smirk and laugh. Hey, that's... God damn it. You got... Okay, you got me, though. You got me. I'll admit it.
Look, I know I have a nice butt, but you don't need to try and sneak a peek at it, okay?
Okay, alright, whatever. Oh my god, Matthew. I gave Matthew a playful slap on the shoulder as both of us began to laugh wildly at the joke. Matthew was the first to calm down, wrapping an arm around my shoulder and continuing to look at the pictures.
Man, it's been like, what, a couple months since the wedding?
Really?
Right?
Wow, okay. Yeah, how time flies, right? I laid my head on Matthew's shoulder, letting my emotions drift into a state of calm and serenity in his half embrace. With a chuckle, Matthew lowered his head and kissed the top of my hair before nuzzling it with his cheek.
I still remember it. Oh, I was so nervous saying my vows.
But you got through it alright, you see? Me too. It was like a dream from long ago. Both of us reveled in the memory of us exchanging vows and saying I do to one another. I could feel the rush of happy realization wash over me as I affirmed to myself, Matthew was my husband. At last. Matthew grinned before kissing my temple and standing up straight, placing his hands behind his back once again. When he brought them forward, I was shocked to see him bring around a gift box beautifully wrapped and tied with a bow. Hey, that's... Alright, that's a neat party trick. Okay, I see you've been learning some new shit. Alright, okay, I'm impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed. Huh? Matthew, what is this? Yeah, what is this? Is this our anniversary? What?
Something that I think you and Simon will like.
Really? Simon perked up at the sound of his name as I straightened up in my chair, now beyond curious as to what was in the box. As Matthew slowly unwrapped it, I gasped at what popped out of it. Is there like a lady friend for Simon? That'd be really cute. Another doll? What? Wait, I gotta see this. Wait, hold up, shit, that's the wrong button. How did I do the thing? How did I do the thing where it's like, wait, how did I do the thing? Do the thing where it's like the thing where, oh fuck. No, I don't want to do that. Why did I do the thing? Oh, well, whatever. I kind of, wait, I'm gonna figure this shit out. Okay, I don't know how to do it. How do I do the thing again where it's like, you take away the dialogue box for a bit? No, whatever. I'll look at it in the CG gallery, whatever. Okay, but anyways, I see it. The lady friend for Simon. That's so cute. Bursting from the now open top was a fluffy doll that looked almost like Simon, but with a bow on its head and a cute curl in its fur. Oh, I looked around and hopped onto the table, scurrying over to Simon. Oh my god! You got yourself a girlfriend! That's so cute! Oh, that's so cute! Oh my god, we're gonna make them a little mini wedding. Oh my god, that'd be so fucking adorable. Of course, Simon brandished his toy knife, but stopped as the doll came up close and sniffed at him, grinning at him and hopping around him excitedly. A couple of sniffs from Simon caused him to do the same to his new friend. His new lady friend.
I figured since we're married and stuff, maybe it was time to get Simon a playmate of his own. You know?
Yeah, yo, god damn. About time. I smiled as the two furry dolls bounced around each other, now excited for their new company, and stood walking over to Matthew. He lowered the box and wrapped his arms around me, grinning down at me as I nuzzled my nose to his. Yes. You're the absolute best, you know.
I do my best for you.
Doll. Matthew raised his hand and brushed a strand of hair behind my ear before cupping my cheek. I felt his warmth radiate from his hand, causing me to lean into it and smile. I love you, Matthew. I love you so much. So much. Not just so much, so much.
I love you too. More than anything. And I'll always be here with you, working to keep a smile on your face.
Ah, you're so sweet. I couldn't stop my smile from growing before leaning in and kissing Matthew lovingly, feeling him kiss back with the same amount of love and passion I had. He would always be here with me and no one would be able to take him away. I would be here, arms wide open for him, and I would fill him with my love for as long as I lived. And that was my perfect happily ever after. Even though, like, freaking goddamn, so many people just died from this war, and then Sarah was just fucking, he's this tragic mess of a heartbroken person in the abyssal plane right now. My love for you is endless, E. Alright, so I didn't fuck up on that last instant. God damn, but that sucked that Diana had to die though. And that's a setback for me too, because I had totally planned on doing the whole, like, That means I gotta do 2 runs because I want to see what would actually happen if we had done the whole thing where we agreed with the coup d'etat, had Rabbit become the main leader and see how they fuck up, and the same thing with Sergeant too. Ah, okay, whatever. Maybe I'll include it in like the miscellaneous like ending where it's like once everyone's route is done, I think. Or I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this anymore. Or maybe I'll just do it right here. And no, wait, that would mean I have to go through like either James or Eric's route because those 2 would end up working out in terms of the whole coup d'etat thing happening. I'll just squish it in here just cuz. Just cuz. Alright. So yeah. But before that, I'm sorry, I just skipped out on that ending. Anyways, we've heard it many times before. And we've seen what happens at the end. Anyways, yeah. So, we have to get Matthew's other endings. Because surprisingly enough, I didn't, like, fuck up. So, let's see. Let's pull up my guide here. Pull up my guide. Where's my guide? There's my guide. Alright. Okay. Let's see how many endings Matthew has. I'm pretty sure, like, maybe 3 the most. Seems like it. Because I think Sam is the only one who's, like, the anomaly. Yeah, I was right. It's 3. So, yes, My Love For You Is Endless is the main one. The main good ending. Good, best ending. So then the middle ending is the last one standing, which is less than 7 points? Okay. Let's see where the points matter. 8 points are available. Let's see where to fuck up. Someone's saying your name. We can minus 2 points by smacking him when he was in that trance the first time around. You know, the whole smack or kiss him kind of thing. And of course, like, we have to kiss him, but like, we can smack him too. Okay, where is that? There we go. It's right here. So we can minus 2 point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, hon. But that would give us less than 7 points. That'll put us way below the bar because the worst ending we can get for him is Never Trust a Monster, which is less than 5 points. And if we choose to smack him, we lose 2 points. So, and before that, at the current state, up until that point, we would have had like 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 points. Okay, so let's not do that. Okay, let's just not get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's go up to the point of comforting him somewhere. Where? Here? No. Oh, don't apologize. That actually gives, wow, alright, what? Okay, hold on. That's funny, because the point where, you know how like we were supposed to either apologize to Diana or not, when we were gonna say, when she was like going off on us by not telling her about what was happening with Matthew, like, don't apologize, supposed to give us a point, but I chose to apologize just because like I felt so bad. I wouldn't, yeah, whatever. That's an interesting kind of thing that I discovered. Okay, what was I saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Where's Hug Him? Where the fuck is Hug Him? Here? Nope, that's Kiss Him. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, this is where we're supposed to be. So so the guy said that hugging him would give us a point. So up until this point, up to this point was that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6 points, and now we shouldn't get any more points with him afterwards, after this part. So, wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Alright, so just don't hug him. Take his hand. I didn't know what to say. Matthew was going through so much that I wasn't sure if anything I could say would help the situation. Yeah. I placed my hand over one of his fists, caressing it softly with my fingers. Matthew didn't move, taking in my actions and trying to relax once again. A peaceful moment of silence passed between us before Matthew softly pulled his hand away and looked me in the eyes.
I don't understand why you like me at all.
Okay, so afterwards, I think it's gonna lead up to the point where we can kiss him and do the sexy time, but we're not gonna do that. Yeah, there we go. So just press your forehead to his. I pressed my forehead to his, staring into his blue irises, and let my words burn into his mind. Even though I don't understand how, at this point, it didn't give us it wouldn't count as a point, but whatever. I love you, Matthew. Matthew remained silent for a moment, letting the air take hold of the sound before he slowly smiled and nodded, nuzzling his head against mine. Yes.
I love you too.
There we go, yes. We're just gonna say it in words. We remained there, taking in the sounds of our synchronized breathing and letting our hearts eventually beat as one. We would get through this, we would. Okay. Is that it? Is that it? Do we get sexy time either way? Oh no, we just skipped straight to sleeping. Okay, so now we're gonna skip up to the point where we don't apologize to Diana, and hopefully that would give us the mediocre ending, which is the last one standing. Okay, there we go. So there we go. We're at the castle now. We had the whole encounter with Diana trying to tell us to take Matthew away because the demon was going to try to control him, and I think Diana just got a dagger thrown to her. I quickly looked over to see Diana with a knife embedded into her neck. Yep, multiple other knives protruded from her limbs and back like she had been sprayed with a barrage of daggers. Wow, that was really fast. God damn, you... Wow. Diana, holy shit, I'm so sorry. Diana's body fell forward, landing in a disgusting thud before a fresh pool of blood began to drain from her onto the floor. In front of her, however, was a crazed-looking Matthew. Oh, is he just gonna end up killing everyone, maybe? Is that what the ending means? Oh my gosh. His lips drew across his face in almost a psychotic grin, watching Diana's body bleed out as he chuckled quietly to himself.
Now that is a perfect
He's
song.
gonna end up killing the demon lord, he's gonna end up killing his mom, he's gonna end up killing us, and that was it. And that's it. Matthew? Matthew turned his gaze to me, licking his lips hungrily. Uh-oh.
What's that? My name's Ziggy.
Oh, uh-oh. Alright. Psychotic Matthew's here. I couldn't believe my ears. What was happening? Why was Matthew doing this? Because he's possessed. Matthew cracked his neck before licking his lips and calling out.
Racero, Zeres, Omaris, Israel.
Oh, he's gonna end up killing all his brothers. Oh shit, damn. One by one, each incubi brother appeared in the throne room mid-swing from a fight, but stopping at the new situation. My mind froze. They were separated from their wives now. What would happen to the girls if the incubi were here? Oh my god, I don't even know.
Matthew, what is the meaning
He's
of...
gonna just end up just straight up stabbing him. Yep. James didn't get to finish his sentence as a knife flew through the air and landed straight between his eyes with a terrifying thud. The blade's end protruding from the back of James's head as the light died from his eyes. Ho ho. God, this just turned so fucking dark. Jesus. James, oh fuck. As James fell back and landed on the marble floor, the others looked at Matthew in pure shock. So much death! So much death is about to come. All for science.
You little fucker!
Well, Sam ran at Matthew, raising his sword high. Matthew, on the other hand, bounced a knife in his hand before chucking it at his brother. Sam swerved to the side, dodging it, but ran up against a vanishing afterimage. Backstabbed. Shit, literally. Before my eyes, Matthew's new blade appeared in Sam's body, rammed through his back and chest. I felt my heart sink into my stomach as I watched Matthew pull his sword back out and swing at Sam's neck, effectively beheading him. God, this is like fucking, what is this? Like Hamlet. God damn it. Shit, everyone just dying up in this throne room.
2 down, boy!
Oh my gosh. Matthew laughed hysterically as he turned to face his remaining 2 brothers. I felt the need to run, but my legs wouldn't move from their place out of fear. Was the demon lord forcing me to stand there and watch? Maybe, yeah, or maybe it's just, again, fear. Eric surrounded himself with his tendrils while Damien formed the sword in his hand, both now broken over what their brother had done. This was a nightmare, but the scent of blood was too real for that to be so. This couldn't be happening, no, but it is. It's fucked up, though. Not gonna lie, this is really fucked up. Even more fucked up than, like, Diana dying, like, canonly in, like, Matthew's good ending. Rolling his shoulders, Matthew began to walk towards Eric. In reply, the older brother shot out his tendrils, aiming to skewer his corrupted younger brother. The tendrils managed to find purchase, but Matthew's body quickly vanished as if it was not ever there. Eric looked around, panicked as did I. Where did he...
No!
What happened? I looked to Damien, seeing him stare horrified at the air above Eric. As I turned to see what Damien witnessed, I gasped. What? Matthew was smirking down at Eric with a wall of knives between them, forming a ceiling over the older brother. As Eric finally looked up from Damien's cue, Matthew released a wave, letting the knife slice through Eric and pin his body to the ground. Wow, this is so fucking brutal! I felt like screaming, I felt nauseous, however my body wouldn't let me move. Why? I felt a strong hold on me, keeping me in place, and knew that the demon lord had to have been involved. Matthew landed on the ground and turned his head to Damien, who was both filled with anger and racked with tears.
Why? Why?
Because it's just this darkness. Just he's on the Sith side now. He just went to the dark side. Matthew clicked his teeth before charging at Damien, sword raised. Damien effectively blocked his attack but wasn't prepared for a spray of knives to stab into his back from behind. Damn. God damn. The image of Matthew disappeared from in front of Damien while the real Matthew stood a distance away from his dying brother, bouncing a pair of knives in his hand with a chuckle.
That's for making me go to the human world.
What? But I thought you were the one who wait, who was the one who had contact first? I forgot. At last, Damien's body fell, the ground soaked with his blood alongside that of his older brothers. Matthew stood amongst all of them, gazing at his work and chuckling. The demon lord let out a proud laugh echo through the air.
Well done. You are more than deserving of my throne now.
Oh my gosh. This is fucked up. This is so bad. You monster. Okay, I screamed at the demon lord while tears pouring down my face. As my voice rang through the hall, the demon lord glared at me, making my body completely freeze. He was the one keeping me in place instead of letting me run or fight.
Your part is done, human. Sekiro, get rid of her.
Oh my god. I was quaking on the inside, but I had to watch as Matthew turned to me with a sickening grin. He formed his sword in his hand and slowly began to walk towards me. I did get 6 points or that, right? I didn't get less than 5, right? What ending am I getting right now? I'm just questioning everything. This is totally took me off guard. It just became dark so fast. Matthew, no. God damn.
You keep saying that name, but I already told you. My name isn't Matthew.
Yeah, you're no longer the person I know. That you are right.
Is Sekeru, and I am the true Demon King.
Okay. The last one standing. Oh, okay, so this is the last one standing. Alright, okay, cool. Alright, because it's starting to look pretty much like you never trust a monster ending. Alright, there you go. Wow. That was seriously fucked up. Like, I don't know. I am like almost borderline speechless as to how that went down. Jesus Christ! Like I knew people were gonna die, but shit, man, shit. All right. Okay, so if that's like the middle ending, then like the whole mediocre ending, then what the fuck is the worst one? What the? I'm kind of scared. Never trust a monster is the worst ending you could get with less than 5 points that you need for it to happen. So essentially 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so essentially we're just gonna start up at that point of smacking him in the face and then not getting any points with him there on afterwards. So yeah, let's smack him. I didn't want to do it, but I had to snap Matthew out of whatever stupor he was under. I bit my lip and shut my eyes. Sorry, Matthew. With a breath, I raised my hand and smacked him across the face, causing him to gasp and the pale blue in his eyes to fade back to normal.
Hey! Ow!
My bad. All for science. Matthew gripped his cheek and stared at the ground before looking up at me in shock as if he had been stirred awake. Matthew, are you right? You were spacing out like no tomorrow. Remembering the dull tint in his eyes almost creeped me out. The way his voice came out of his mouth only added to the creep factor of the situation. I wasn't sure what got a hold of him, but I broke him out of it at least. In the worst ways possible. Matthew rubbed his cheek and stared at me like I had suddenly grown 3 heads. Why? I furrowed my eyebrows as he replied.
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just looking at the fire. It's pretty warm.
Alright, girl. Okay, so we smacked him, and we're not gonna do anything more for him afterwards. So we're not gonna kiss him, we're not gonna comfort him, we're not gonna hug him, and we're gonna apologize to Diana after, the whole thing goes out of hand. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna don't say anything to him at this point. So as much as I wanted to comfort him, he mildly deserved a warning. He had threatened Diana's life because he was simply surprised he already had enough problems. He didn't need to make any more. Oh, wow. Just laying it down. Like, for reals. Matthew let out a sigh, stumping his shoulders before shaking his head.
Alright. Let's just eat and go.
Okay, eat and go. Sounds like a good dare. Alright. Alright, going on. Alright, so I get it. Never trust a monster. So this is the point where we can't snap him out of the Demon Lord's hold right up to this point where the cat's out of the bag. So yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure he's gonna just end up stabbing or killing us. Okay, still, I believed in him. I slowly stood up and walked over, opening my arms for him. Oh god. Matthew, I love you and I'm here for you. Please break through this and come back to me. No. Uh-oh. Slowly, Matthew walks forward, slowly reaching out his hands for me. I could see the desperation in his eyes as he tried to listen. Yes, that was it. No, he's just gonna end up stabbing you right in the face. I walked forward and held his hands before feeling them slide to my cheeks, warming my face with his palms.
You.
He's gonna choke us out. For a moment, a glimmer of his blue eyes filled my heart with joy. But then, the next, a shiver of sudden dread ran up my spine.
You are so pathetic.
Yep, there we go. I didn't get a chance to do anything before his hands gripped my head and twisted it back, snapping my neck and killing me. Wow, shit. Man, all these deaths are so fucking brutal. Holy shit. No! Oh, man. I took one for the team, Diana. You would have gotten your neck snapped at one point. Never trust a monster. There we go. Dang. Dang. That was fucking brutal. Okay, anyways. I feel like I can squish in what I intended to do in this route, but apparently the turn of events is that it just set me back again. So anyways, I gotta go load up one of the saves that I saved in previous routes. So all the way back to either James or Eric's route, where I think I only actually saved it in Eric's route, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Okay, so we can just do it all in Eric's route. I'm gonna speed run through this. I'm pretty sure if it goes like the way I think it will, then I'm just gonna skip out on the whole training session we have for each trainer thus far. So yeah, what would the others teach me? We're gonna go with Sergeant first, and we're gonna go with Rabbit afterwards. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I did the whole shebang. Just, agreed, believed in the rebel leaders, took the poison vial, did Eric's good ending. He beat the demon lord that was Orbel possessed after killing him the first time. Blah, 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 blah. So we made up to this point. Dana took the poison. We agreed to, give it to her. So yeah, so Sergeant stood just ahead of me with a stoic look on his face. Why did he look that way? He wasn't the one who did the deed.
Mission complete?
Yes, mission complete. God. I nodded, not able to speak. Sergeant nodded back to me before he walked towards me, stopping in front of me.
You did the right thing. The demon world will be a much better place without her.
Are you sure? You're gonna fuck up somehow. I know it. I didn't want to speak to him. I had fulfilled my promise, and I would have to live with the memory of it forever. However, I didn't expect him to touch my head and cast a spell.
Well done.
I stared wide-eyed, watching in surprise as my mind became lighter. Memories of what had happened began to slowly dissolve, and my heart became lighter at the loss of the memories. Was this some kind of joke? Before I knew it, I felt at ease where I stood. I was in the middle of the hallway with Sergeant, unsure why I was there. What happened?
There you are. Stop wandering around. The others are waiting for you.
I feel like for Sergeant's bad ending of him becoming leader, I feel like maybe he tried to take control of the army of whoever the troops left, and then I feel like they're gonna just try to usurp him somehow or rebel against him. Maybe. I stared at Sergeant, confused but determined to return to the others. They were waiting and I was about to go home. I nodded with a smile before walking with him back to the main hall. Because again, in terms of the whole interaction between him and Diana, Diana kept bringing up the fact that before he came along, she was the one who trained the troops. So maybe they would still have loyalty for Diana over him. So yeah, that's why he won't be able to control them or become a good leader in that way. I was going home. Okay, let's just see. I want to see what happens.
Because you decided to kill Diana, the rebels were able to take over and unite the world under their rule.
Yes.
I still will never understand why you did it, but I guess you had your reasons.
And that reason, Kay, is all for science! All for science!
I'll be honest, though. They don't exactly work well together. While the world accepted them as the rulers, the four of them really couldn't get it together.
Well, that is because I killed Diana myself. If she died on, like, say, on the battlefield, then apparently that's what makes them get their shit together. So I don't know.
So they decided that only one of them should rule while the others should be advisors.
Okay.
It took them a while to decide who to let take the crown.
And it's gonna be Sergeant this time because, you know, he was our trainer.
When the other three voted for
Yes.
Sargent to take the throne, he outright refused.
Oh.
He didn't believe himself to be worthy of it at all and practically demanded that the four of them work out whatever issues they had.
Wow, he's so democratic. What? That's so like, wow, huh? What? That's so interesting. Wow, that's what a pleasant surprise.
They eventually did, and worked out a way to bring the world to a steady, if not consistently returning,
No
peace.
way.
It wasn't totally different from how the world was before the rule, but at least it wasn't riddled with wars.
Okay, what? Hey.
Sargent took it on himself to make sure that there were no possibilities of any genocide amongst any race in the Abyssal Plains, though. He is one truly admirable brute demon.
Oh my god, I'm so happy for him. He's like one of the dope trainers. He's one of the dope ass trainers out of like the four of them so far. Like, I mean, Rabbit's pretty chill too, and Faye's chill as well. But honestly though, like, damn, freaking Sargent's my man, yo.
And I believe that is
Oh
everything
my
that happened after.
god.
Well,
That is so-
except for your story.
That
anyway.
is so. Oh my god, that is so. I'm just so pleasantly surprised, you guys. Wow, I am. Oh my god, I have no words. I have no words. Like, I am just pleasantly proven wrong. I love that. Damn, he was. Ah, that's great. That's great. I love that. I totally love that. I would never have expected that because so far two of the leaders bailed out. Two of the leaders bailed out on us in terms of them taking up the rule. So maybe maybe Rabbit might actually become a decent leader, or again, like I said, Rabbit might actually, you know, even though she'll become main leader and she'll do what she had wanted to do, which is to liberate her kind and, you know, fix the caste system, and the whole thing Diana predicted and warned her about would actually happen is the other prediction that I made. So yeah, I don't know, let's just find out and see. Let's see if we're proven pleasantly wrong or if it actually is true.
Sergeant is a brute demon.
So let's skip on ahead, let's choose Rabbit this time, and let's do it all over again and see what happens. Okay, there we go, did the whole thing once again, we back here, except this time it's Rabbit that greets us. So Rabbit stood just ahead of me with a look of sadness on her face. Why did she look that way? She wasn't the one who did the deed. And aren't you the one who was supposed to so adamantly be like, she needs to go, kind of thing? Like, you so savagely just be like, she needs to go, she's not fit, and blah blah blah, this is for the better of the, you know, everyone.
Did you give it to her?
Yes, I did, Rabbit, like you wanted to. I nodded, not able to speak. Rabbit let out a small sigh before she walked towards me, stopping in front of me.
I know it must have been difficult, but it had to be done.
Okay, whatever, girl. Whatever you say. I didn't want her to speak. I had fulfilled my promise, and I would have to live with the memory of it forever. However, I didn't expect her to touch my head and cast a spell.
I'm sorry.
Oh, whatever. So yeah, I stayed wide-eyed, watching the surprise, and my mind became lighter. Memories of what had happened against the cell. My heart became lighter at the loss of the memories. Yes, it was some kind of joke. Before I knew it, I felt at ease where I stood. I was in the middle of the hallway with Rabbit, unsure why I was there. What had happened?
There you are. Come. Your husband and the others are waiting for you.
Yes, and we all go home, and Rita have no memories of this. I stared at Rabbit confused, but determined to return to where I was. The others were waiting, and I was about to go home. I nodded with a smile before walking with her back to the main hall. Okay, I was going home. Okay, let's get on ahead and just see. Okay, so like right over here, at the agreement of the others, Rabbit took up the throne. Her wisdom about the world and her devotion to peace and equality became her admirable trait amongst the other leaders. And before that, you guys didn't see it, but I got the achievement for Rabbit's thing is that Rabbit's extremist. So maybe she's just like, she's gone apeshit crazy with this shit.
However, while her ideas were great, her passion towards her people became, well...
She's probably, even though she changed the caste system into what she wants, like liberating her kind, I feel like what Kay is going on is that she's probably pushing unknowingly the rest of the other demon classes lower, and then just continuing to raise the animal demons like status kind of thing, like basically flipping the caste system.
The minute she became queen, she demanded the release of her fellow animal demons from slavery and servitude, saying that anyone who resisted would face death. Some demons agreed, but the majority of them did not.
There we go. Okay, so Diana had warned her about it. All right.
Within the span of a week, the number of the animal demons that lived in the abyssal plains went from millions to hundreds, because the powerful majority of the world would have rather seen their servants and slaves dead than free.
Wow, that sucks. Damn.
Rabbit was crushed and eventually became the victim of assassination. The other leaders couldn't even show their face to the world and went into hiding, leaving the world to return to the old, broken caste system.
There we go. All right. Okay, so...
And I believe that is everything that happened after... Well, except for your story.
There we go.
Anyway.
There you have it, folks. So what Diana said was true. So I ended up also kind of like, hypothesizing that already as being one of the possibilities of what would happen if Rabbit, ends up ruling. But anyways, regardless, it's like, whatever, I figured. But anyways, I can't get over freaking, like, Sergeant's ending. Like, holy shit. Like, I would have never thought. Like, see, like I said, like, from the way that it was going, like, so far, all the two of the rebel leaders, now if we had done Rabbit before Sergeant, like, that would have been 3 of the rebel leaders that would have fucked up already. So, by the way things are going, like, we could have already assumed that, Sergeant's definitely gonna fuck up along with the rest of them. And so, yeah, it's like, dang, he proved us wrong. Oh my god, I'm so happy. He's so dope. He's dope. Anyways, I guess that concludes that. We can wrap things up, right? With Matthews, and now we already seen, what would happen had we left the control of the Abyssal Plains to 2 of our trainers that we hadn't seen. So yeah, let's see gallery, let's see Matthew. I'm pretty sure we got all of them. I'm sure we got, yeah. There we go. And this is, this is so cute. Look at that, it's so cute. That is, okay, significantly cuter than what you did with Simon the first time when you created him. Like, much cuter. Good job, Matthew. I appreciate this one rather than Simon, even though Simon's like, he's cute and charming in his own way, but still, he's still hella creepy. Anyways, yeah, so, oh wait, what's general? Did I get a lot of general stuff? I don't think I have done nothing for general stuff. Like, how do you even? I don't even know. Maybe it's with Diana's route. Maybe. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. Anyways, that is that for Matthew's route.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled programming for a Channel 3 special report.
I'm a boob. I totally forgot to go and check out other choices that I wanted to check out after, like, realizing that there was something that I wanted to check out. Because usually there isn't. By the end of each of the guys' route, there usually are no choices that I would want to go back on and, like, choose differently to see what would happen. But this time, however, there was one that I forgot about. And then it was this one. It's this one right here. So I had the hardest time trying to choose between calling out Matthew's real name or calling out Zero because, Diana's in a pinch, but also Matthew is in a pinch as well. So, yeah, obviously the right choice was to call out Matthew's name but even though it didn't work out in the end and it caused Diana to, like, be killed off. But, like, anyways, whatever, let's just see what would happen if we actually called out Zero and, maybe Diana might actually not end up dying and it'll still all work out somehow. So yeah, let's try it. Zero! Dana was in danger and Matthew wasn't. I knew that his mother wouldn't hurt him, so I had to get Dana out of her predicament first. Yeah, exactly. Like, I totally think that his mother would not end up hurting him, no matter what. Even though she kind of revealed that she was draining him of his willpower. But I don't know. As Seo's name reverberated from my lips, a bright light flashed through the room, causing Azera to cover her eyes and making me and Matthew turn our heads.
What?
Yes! Okay, good, yes! As quickly as they came, the light vanished, revealing Sarah holding Diana close to his body as she barely managed to stay afloat with her magic. The chains that had been broken and were slowly fading away as Sarah glared intensely at Azera. She stared back in shock at who she saw.
What is this?
What is what? What is Sarah? Everybody, let's all say hi to Sarah.
Sarah.
Yes. The guard didn't reply, only intent on holding onto Diana and doing something with his spear, which he grasped in a white-knuckled grip. His body seemed to glow a white color that spread to gently engulf Diana's body in his hold. Ah, okay. Now, Sarah, go fuck her up.
You dare lay your hands on my queen?
Go! Go, Sarah! As Sarah raised his spear up like a javelin, Azera stepped back in fear. The weapon began to emit a dangerous golden color in his grasp, its aura flickering through the air. Maybe this way Diana would actually be saved and she wouldn't have to actually die. Maybe, yeah.
Periat Celesti Bestia!
Maybe I should have called out Sarah's name, even though I was supposed to be loyal. I was supposed to be loyal to Bay, but whatever. With a strong throw, Sarah shot his spear at Azera, and she protectively brought her arms in front of her and formed a blue barrier around her body. The spear's blade slammed to the barrier and continued to push against it, trying to reach its target. Hopefully, Matthew won't be too pissed off about this. The barrier was cracking as the spear attempted to pierce through it, but the cracks would seal themselves together again as soon as they penetrated. Oh, as soon as they appeared. What the hell was I going on about? But anyways, whatever. Azera struggled to keep it from piercing through the barrier around her. Come on. Diana, barely hanging onto Seiro, guided them both back towards me, landing safely on the ground next to me before Diana almost collapsed. Oh my god, homegirl, I should have done this, in the first place.
Is that you?
You didn't have to get your neck snapped in two. Holy shit. Okay, you just hang tight. You just sit here, you just catch your breath. However, Diana's eyes rolled into the back of her head, and forward she fell into Seiro's arm. He tightened his hold on her, hugging her form to him as his eyes began to fill with panic. Diana was out for the count now. Yes, but at least she's not dead. And we have a third player coming in to help us. It's all good. It's all good. This tag team now. The sound of a heavy clatter echoed through the chamber as Sable's spear was finally knocked away and fell to the ground, no longer glowing. Azera, however, seemed worn out from spending so much energy to defend against Sable's weapon, and the barrier around her faded away. Okay.
How does a demon have holy magic?
Well, that's the thing. He's half angel, huh? I couldn't believe it. The spear was emitting holy magic. Then how was Azera able to block it and push it away? I don't know. Yeah, good question. Maybe she's just that strong. The light in Azera's eyes faded as she snarled at Sabo before she moved her hands in front of her body again and shot out a large blue orb wrapped in black chains towards him. It cut through the air with bullet-like speed, slamming into Sero's and Dinah's bodies before Sero had the chance to look up. Oh no! Shit! This is not okay, this isn't going as I thought it would go. They both flew backwards and slammed into the far wall, landing on the ground beside each other with a painful sounding pair of thuds. Sero, Diana, oh shit! I looked back at Azera, both furious and fearful of her. Azera then sneered at me, stepping down from the throne dais to walk slowly towards me. Oh hey, this is her just kind of like, hey, so she knocks out Sero and Diana, but Diana at least isn't dead, and she's taking control of us again. So would that mean that Matthew would oh my god, I should have done this in the first place. Holy shit. All right. I think soon on afterwards, she's gonna reveal the fact that she was draining Matthew of his willpower, and I think if this doesn't have any effect on how the ending would turn out, I feel like Matthew's just gonna end up stabbing her again, and then everyone in the end would actually end up living. Holy shit! Okay, let's just see that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so he did end up stabbing her. He was like, I'm not gonna kill them. I'm not gonna kill the one I love, and yeah. So as a soft rustle caught me and Matthew off guard, we turned to see Sero and Dana leaning against the far wall, slowly rising and leaning on each other to remain on their feet.
Well, that was Interesting, to say the least.
Yes. Oh my god, I could have saved you, homegirl. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know. Matthew didn't speak a word as he looked away from Diana. Sarah guided Diana over with a protective arm around her waist as she looked down at us.
Matthew, I'm sorry for what you had to do.
Yeah.
I know.
Sucks. But like, hey, everyone's alive now. That's all that matters.
However, you saved the woman you loved.
Which is me. Hey. Matthew slowly turned to look at me. Turned to look me in the eyes as I did him. His face was stricken with tears, but his expression became one of slow acceptance.
She has been your rock ever since you met her. If you had let your mother control you, I would have killed both you and her.
Oh, okay. Great. Thanks. Yeah, good to know you got my back. As harsh as her words were, I could understand why she said them. Matthew and I stared into each other's eyes as we took in what Diana said. She was right. I loved him, and he was happy to have him, alive and in my arms. That was all that mattered. I smiled and took his head into my hands, leaning in and pressing my forehead against his. We're alive. We can go home now. Wait! Oh my god! Matthew slowly grinned and nodded, cupping my head in his hands as well.
Yeah. We can go home now.
Yes, and Diana can actually take up the throne. Holy shit. A loving laugh bounced between us as we finally let everything sink in. We were together, alive, and in love. We had won, and we were going to return to the human world and be together for the rest of our lives. I barely noticed the gagging noise Diana had made behind us. Shut up, Diana. Whatever. I saved your ass this time, okay?
Sarah, take me away from this. I'm feeling nauseous just looking at them.
Yeah. Okay, bye. God, homegirl. So much for thanks. Sarah, however, chuckled and guided Diana out of the room, waving his hand over the air before exiting completely. As I looked around the room, became vacant of any damage or death. There were no bodies or any traces of blood. Matthew and I were alone to hold each other and wait until the horns sounded for the war to be officially over. Matthew gently pulled me close and rested my head on his chest, resting his chin on the top of my hair.
I love you.
Yay. Aw, even Sarah was so nice enough to like clean everything up. She's just kind of like, let's just get rid of all this. I couldn't fight the smile that painted itself over my cheeks as I nuzzled close to Matthew, relaxing at last. I love you too. I should have totally done this. Then we could have, then I could have, proceeded on to doing the whole, like, coup d'etat thing or not. Oh, so this is how you, okay. There we go, you guys. Ha, ha, ha. I'm twice the boob I thought I was originally. And of course, I forget to do this choice as well, because my memory's really shit. Anyways, yeah, this is the other choice that I wanted to check out and had nearly totally forgotten. I should have done this in chronological order in which the events has happened, but who cares, because you know what, whatever. Anyways, are we gonna rescue Matthew? We're gonna wait for Dan to finish Azera. Last time we said rescue Matthew because, I thought we could do some shit. But anyways, let's see if Diana can actually finish Azera. Maybe that would actually cause her to beat Azera instead of getting herself killed and caught. Let's see. Diana and Azera finally shot away from each other, Diana landing near me and Azera landing beside Matthew. Oh wait, no, that didn't help at all. Okay, never mind.
Enough fooling around. You'll never outmatch me.
Okay.
Just surrender.
Okay, so it just continues on like normal. I thought that would actually make a difference, that we wouldn't interrupt, like, Diana in her fight, but I guess not. Guess not. Anyways, whatever. It's gonna continue on to, like, doing its thing, so that's all I wanted to check out. Okay, that's it. That's all. Bye. Oh, wow, we only got 2 more people left to do in terms of routes, so the next episode is gonna be Damien. Holy shit. Oh my god, we've made it so far, you guys, and along the journey we've been pleasantly surprised. So many twists, so many turns, so many freaking dark moments. Holy shit. But anyways, that is all from Matthew. So then I will see you guys in the next episode to start off Damien's route. So until then, bye!